Welcome to the Catholic Apostolate Center's Blogcast series. Today's episode is titled Preparing for Lent, written and read by Sarah Harrigan. Lent is one of the holiest times for our Church, the 40 days of waiting for the death and eventual resurrection of Jesus. Beginning with Ash Wednesday, these 40 days can sometimes seem to some like a blur, but to others they can be filled with anxiety and anticipation. Throughout this season, there are many different ways in which you can prepare for this holy celebration. Some people choose to give something up, a way to imitate and participate Jesus' sacrifice when he went into the desert to pray and fast for 40 days, before later dying on the cross. Typically, you would give up something that you enjoy as a self-sacrifice or challenge. I try to give up one of my favorite treats, Diet Coke, every year and call upon the Lord's strength for when I am tempted to break my challenge. But I always remind myself that it is okay if I do not succeed for the whole 40 days. Jesus showed extreme strength and self-discipline during his 40 days in the desert, something most of us could not bear. While giving up my soda is not the same caliber of difficulty, it is just supposed to be a goal that I hope to achieve. One thing I try to implement in Lent is a way to better myself over these 40 days. For example, while giving up my Diet Coke, I try to focus on substituting it with drinking more water or being active outside for half an hour at least 3 times a week. This way, I am working towards hitting other goals and striving for a new and improved me at the end of the season. The hope is that when we get out to the end of the Lenten season, these goals become habits that we can follow after our Easter celebration. Some examples of other goals you could try to implement include reading a chapter of a book each day, praying the rosary before bedtime, going on a mile walk every day, trying to learn more about different saints each week, attending daily Mass, or eating takeout only once a week. While these can sometimes seem similar to giving something up, example, only getting takeout once a week, I challenge you to reframe your thought process regarding these goals. Instead, thinking of them as a negative, giving up something, think of them as adding some sort of value into your life. After all, by offering these acts to God, they are enabling you to participate in Christ's redemptive sacrifice, grow in self-control, and form beneficial new habits. This has been something that I have really struggled with and had to pray over. It has been hard to get out of the negative mindset and focus on transforming myself, mentally, physically, and spiritually over the course of the Lenten season. However you prepare, I hope that you will go into this holy season with a prayerful attitude and allow yourself to experience change over the course of Lent. I encourage you to find ways to experience the season in an unfamiliar way, to explore new traditions, and embrace the holiness of Lent. As we, as a church, prepare for this Lenten season that will begin on Ash Wednesday, I invite you to take a look at our Lenten and Easter resource page. This resource page has many wonderful resources, such as podcasts, webinars, and our newly published Lenten Activities for Youth and Young Adults Guide, and our Introduction to Lent, a Time to Draw Closer to the Risen Lord Guide, which has more ideas for practices that can help you enter into the prayerful and transformative spirit of this Lenten season.